music fans, vinyl lovers, Uncle Roddus back again. Video time. It is the 2nd of February in 2023. Wow, first month of the year has gone already. I think this might be my first video of the year. Could be wrong. I did get some stuff over Christmas time with my vouchers and that I had. I don't even remember what I did about that. Haven't posted any of those old videos yet. I'm still posting videos from like May last year, can you believe? So I've really got a backlog. This year is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to do up the house. I got to gut this place out, and we've got to recarpet, repaint, new kitchen. We're doing a whole lot of internal stuff. So it's going to be a real disruptive year. I've already got my records out of the spare room into the garage, and all my music books, but the hi-fi's still in here. We're going to have to do that part of the house first, and then we're going to have to take all that back in, and then because we've got so much stuff to get out of here. My wife is a massive collector. And as I said last year, we paid off the mortgage, and really need to start looking at saving up some money for my retirement. So I'm thinking, I do need to slow down on the record buying, and I'm running out of storage space, although I'm going to address that a little bit while we do the house up and get some more shelving put in, so there will be room for expansion. Last year I picked up a copy of this. Now, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Now, this is a Melbourne-based band. Are they based in Melbourne? I guess so. From Australia. I think they're quite a big band, as in personnel-wise. And I'd seen their records being posted, and I'd seen reviews of them. And I mean, I read a lot of. There's so much music in the world now, and there's so much stuff getting released. But this, one of the Facebook groups that I really do frequent a lot, a lot of the people in there have been listening to the stuff for quite a few years. The guys have been around since 2011, something like that. I think their first record came out, and I thought I'd take a dip into the well with this record. So this came out last year. This band is hugely prolific. They released, I believe I read 25 albums in 10 years. I'm not sure if that's all the studio ones, because there's a lot of live ones. And I think there's like around about, if you count all the live ones, there's about 50 albums or 47 albums or something. I'm really enjoying them. I think they're a great band. Yeah, really enjoying them. So yeah. So my rules this year is that I'm not allowed to, I'm only supposed to be buying maybe 2 records a week, if I'm lucky. I'm probably going a fraction over that, but it is cutting things back a bit, and I am actually not spending quite so much money. There are a lot of New Zealand releases coming up, but I'm just ignoring them. Because if I go down that track, I'm going to buy all of them, and I'm going to be buying 7 or 8 records a week probably, and I was in Penny Lane the other day, and I turned my back on a whole bunch of ECMs they've got there that I don't have. I was just filling in a bit of time. Anyway, so what I've decided to do is I wanted to get a few more of these guys' this band. This wasn't the first LP of theirs I bought. I tell a lie. The first one I picked up was this one, the Flying Microtonal Banana. So this is sort of around about the middle of their catalogue. This is a great record, really great record. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I picked that up. This one's on this kind of greeny, see-through, translucent lime green vinyl. Now, the band, man, they have a lot of releases out. And if you wanted to be a mad obsessive collector, these guys could keep you going for quite some time if you wanted to collect different variations, because what they have done, especially with the live albums and occasionally I think a couple of the studio albums, is they've put them out there for the world to bootleg them, and you can download them wave copies, I guess, off a particular website which I've seen, and you can press them up yourself. And that, so I think the only catch was, I don't know, you had to do something to help the band out. I don't know I can't remember what the details were. So there's a shitload of versions of these records, but also their own versions that they put out. They put out several different versions on different coloured vinyl. So, you know, I mean, you look on Discogs, you're trying to find what version of the record you've got, and it's been reissued several times already, some of the older ones particularly, and there could be 40 versions of the bloody thing, and, you know, different colours, different types of colour. I mean, just heaps. So anyway, yeah, so microtonal tuning, exploring microtonal tuning. This LP is from 2017, I believe. Yes, with a year where they released something like five records that year, and I think they did the same last year. So that was the first one I picked up, and then I picked up this next one, and I might turn that down because I feel like it's overwhelming me a wee bit. I didn't bring the cover over, but you're listening to a band from Christchurch called Pieces of Molly. Great hard rock band. I did show their album last year when I bought it. So yeah, this one, Omnium Gatherum from last year, double LP. Really diverse record. This is they really sort of branching out in all sorts. There's even a part sort of rappy type track. The opening track on side one, 18 minutes of pure adrenaline. That's really, really cool. Enjoyed that. And interesting, these cardboard sleeves that they come in, that they insert into. Actually, I don't know if it's a pain in the ass or not yet. And there's another couple that do that, which is another one that just came out last year. Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushroom and Lava. So this is the sleeve that came in, and this is the LP. This is a double LP. Gatefold. 7 tracks, fairly long extended tracks. That's last year. Just shows you how prolific this band is. So 2 double LPs in a year, and there's still another 3 or 4 albums I haven't got from last year. This is quite different musically. I mean, it's still the same band. Obviously, you can pick that. There's a lot of different stuff happening on this than what's on the other album I just showed you. So yeah, they really changed it up, which is kind of I think that's the beauty of this band, is that they are able to change things up and make things a lot different on each record. I mean, again, not like so different you wouldn't know it's the same band, but very different enough. Basically, so these are all the records I have bought so far this year, and they're all King Gizzard records that I'm showing you here. So if you don't like the band, I guess you might as well turn off and ignore me. Right, so Chunky Shrapnel is a kind of live, and I believe it's sort of a soundtrack record. Again, double LP. Was this also came out last year? God, I don't know. Trying to find the year of release. No, I actually don't think it was. I think this is from about 2018. So this is on this kind of stripy kind of vinyl. Both records are similar but slightly different streaks to them. Like I say, there are heaps of different colour variants. So if you really wanted to be a real manic collector and collect all the different variations, you would be there for years. These are getting not hard to get, but in New Zealand they're not prolifically easy to get your hands on. So I found 2 shops that have a pretty big selection. My normal Flying Out has some, and I've picked up a couple, but not many. They've got some that sort of are trying on back order. My local in town, Penny Lane, had a copy. Actually, it's where I picked up this one just recently. But when I spoke to Gary he said, they don't get them in there often, and when they want to try to back order ones, they're really hard to get. They sell out pretty quick. It's like you go on the band's website and you can't hardly buy anything directly from them. This is a reissue of one of their very early records. That's from like about 2012 or something, or 2011. Eyes Like the Sky. This is, I think this is like a story here, a story written and narrated by Broderick Smith, who's one of the guy's dads, I think. I believe this is one of their more or less popular records, and I'm a bit ambivalent towards it. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not into the narration sort of stuff. It's on this orangey kind of coloured vinyl. Like I say, this is a reissue. Some of the originals of the early records are starting to go for quite big money. You know, they're pretty limited editions. I understand this one, I haven't had to play, I played this but I haven't listened to it a lot. I've only had it less than a week. This is there it is, Polygondwana Land. That's what this record's called. Again, sort of, I think this is one of the ones that came out around the 2017. So I have got a couple of those. What colour vinyl is this one on? Oh, yep, this one's on a multicoloured vinyl. There we go, for you coloured vinyl lovers. So I should be working today, but I'm having a really prick of a day. Where I just finally got hold of one lady I was supposed to go and do some work for, and I couldn't get her on the phone for the last 2 days, and then finally got her today, and she's got to go to the doctor's. Another job, the guy just rang me, the oven turned up that they were supposed to go and wire up, and he unwrapped it and it was badly damaged, so that was the end of that job. This one's Murder of the Universe. I think this is another one from around 2017. Is this one a kind of a soundtrack one? Oh yeah, this one's on a green splatter vinyl. This one I wasn't that taken with. I mean, and a few guys said on the Facebook page, this is probably one of the ones that detractors of the band will point to as being pretty crap. I mean, I wouldn't say it's pretty crap, it's just not as good as some of their other stuff. And my record's finished already. That is very quick record, or I have been blabbing on far too long. So let me just try and lift the needle off that. And yeah, sorry about that. So you were listening to blaring behind me, yeah, Pieces of Molly. This is their debut record, I believe, out of Christchurch. I might get to see them live. I think the D4, who have just reissued one of their awesome albums, first time on vinyl, I believe, are playing. They're playing with them later on this month or next month. Just arrived today is one of the recent ones from last year as well. Changes, it's called. I haven't played this. It's just arrived today. So again, it's got this cardboard outer sleeve, and then it's got the normal record sleeve. And the colour is just a black one, that one. Although I don't believe that all of the versions came with this, from what I was trying to figure out which version it was on Discogs. So I haven't actually played that one yet because it's just arrived today, and the same goes for the next couple that I'm going to show. And I want to try and get that back in there before I put a big pile of records here. So yeah, I mean, this is my kind of task for the next few months. So I'm not going to buy so many records, but I want to get as many of these as I can. And as I say, they don't turn up in New Zealand that easy, but there are some couple of shops that have managed to get in quite a selection of them. Half of the stock they list on their website, they say are sold out. This one here I got from Vinyl Countdown, and I probably cleaned them out. What's this one called? Fishing for Fishies. I remember one of the guys on the website, on the Facebook page, said this was one of his, he really goes back to a lot. And it's on this 3-coloured vinyl. So yeah, looking forward to hearing that one. I'm not sure whether I'll have much time this afternoon because I do have to go and see finally got a doctor's appointment to go and see the doctor and have a checkup. make sure I'm not dying of any incurable diseases. Ha ha. Sometimes these sleeves are just awful. That will not go back into that sleeve. Why? You've got to get it in between. Once I put it in a inner sleeve, proper inner sleeve. I'm a bit disappointed that they don't have some decent inner sleeve. Just putting it into a piece of cardboard sleeve like that is not one of my favourite things for them to do, because quite often they can get scratched from crap inside the sleeves after the manufacturing process. And the last one that just turned up today is this one, which is a reissue. And again, there's like 47 versions of this record with slightly different titles and different covers. This is Demos and Rarities, parts 1 and 2. Originally, I just think it was just called Demos Part 1. And then in a later reissue, which is this, they've called it, and Rarities. Also on coloured vinyl. This one's on this really bright pink colour, and the other one is on a different colour. So there is up to about volume 5 of the demos now, and that's on that green one. So I think essentially this is one of the ones that you can download off their bootleg site and press it up. This was pressed up by Fuzz Club, it says. So I'm not sure what Fuzz Club is. It's obviously some sort of record label, I guess. So that's that, and then 2 more to go. So I this is probably going to take me a fair chunk of the year. There are a lot of the live ones. So there are a lot of copies of the live LPs, and there's probably, I don't know, looking on Discogs, maybe a dozen or more live recordings from 14, 16, 17, 19, 21, the years they were recorded. So, and they are the ones that, I don't know if the band puts them out vinyl versions themselves, they may do, but they're ones that are heavily bootlegged by other labels and put out, and they are really quite expensive actually, although there are a couple of triple LP sets for about $80. This one here is Gumboot Soup. I think this is another one from around 2018, this one, just on the plain black vinyl. So that's another one of their cool, that's a good one of their better studio albums, one of their cool ones. It sounds pretty cool. And then finally, in your Mind Fuzz, from 2014, this one. And I mean, these are pretty much reissues because the originals are pretty hard to get. It's purely on the black vinyl, that one. So I'm a bit restricted to what I can get my hands on in New Zealand unless I want to import them from overseas. But the postage is it's too much. Even though the records are a lot cheaper, they are still pricey. Most of these records are selling retail for at least $60. Between $60 and $80, most of them. So yeah, they're not cheap, but they are pretty cool. So I'm going to keep keeping. I'm enjoying them. I'm quite enjoying them. I mean, they're not. I don't think they're as good as King Buffalo. I've been listening to those King Buffalo records that I showed on a previous video. I picked up most of their discography, and I'm really, really impressed with them. They are fantastic. So they're kind of a pretty heavy, jammy band. Pretty cool. But these guys probably aren't quite as heavy, although there's some really nice guitar work on some of these records, and there's a lot of variation in the music, so that keeps things interesting. So we'll see how long I keep that up for. Works reasonably well. Money's pretty cool, so I've got enough to keep saving and splashing out for some records, so I'll keep that out and that. But yeah, it's going to come a time when we're going to have to clean everything out of this room for the new carpeting, painting and stuff, so I probably won't be doing much at that stage. But there is enough reissues of King Gizzard in New Zealand to keep me going for a while if the money doesn't run out. So that next video will probably be pretty much the same thing, just showing a whole bunch of these. All right, I shall move on and catch you next time. Cheers.